800 likes. I'm also okay with 700. I want to ask you a question before we start with this mess of a video. How familiar are you with French people? If your answer was very familiar, then good for you. But if it was the opposite, also good for you. I only asked you this question to show you some love, to show you how much I care about watch time. I mean, how much I care about you. So here is a French couple who lives in a very normal everyday house. Nothing too suspicious. Just like any girl you start a relationship with. She is that angel who will protect you and care for you all the time. Then at some point, you find out she has fallen from heaven and became Satan. But she wasn't even there to begin with. She was always the devil. I'm getting emotional a little here. So the video starts with the guy showing us around the house, and by accident, we got to see his princess on the couch, flat on her face. She looked exhausted. Even when the door slammed hard, it wasn't enough to wake her up. He must have given her the French bread that night. Let's talk about the title you see on the screen for a second. You may think it's just one of my ridiculous, unnecessary video titles that has nothing to do with the content itself. Or maybe I'm just talking about a window closing. But hold yourself a bit longer, cause I'm about to hit you with a fact that will make you pregnant, even if you're a male. You know these windows blinders where you have to pull a string in order to close it? I'm not talking about your mom, I swear. So that thing has been put into some aggressive usage. These ghosts must not like the sun's light. Also, a couple of chairs moved, just because.
Ça y est, ça recommence. Après quelques jours de calme. On entend des bruits chelous depuis tout à l'heure. Le chat il s'est mis dans sa petite cachette, il est pas serein. Je sais pas. Je sais pas du tout. Qu'est-ce que c'est ce bordel? de fou. Je suis à la maison, je sais pas ce qui se passe. Même le chat il sert tout à l'heure. Yes. Je sais pas ce qui se passe, j'entends encore des bruits chelous. Je demande qu'il y ait bien personne. Il y a personne les gars ici. Putain, c'est quoi ce délire? C'est quoi ce délire là?
You might think his wife was behind all of that, but I bet this is real. If she can roll that string this hard, then this man has already lost his genitalia. And how about the shot where he pushed the door? If she was behind it, he sandwiched her. You think you're fast? Then think again. I just want you to think for a moment. Test your brain. Seriously now. This has to be one of the fastest paranormal videos to ever be featured on my channel. To summarize this shit, one guy was beating up another guy. What a sad story. I feel touched. So while this man was getting beat up, something appeared out of nowhere, as if it came out from the man's ass. That thing defended him. I want to say it's just due to the poor quality of the tape. But if low quality clips can do that, then there will be no need for VFX. Here is a very simple video that you don't need a high IQ in order to watch. You just need two things: an eyesight and some hands. If you have neither of those, then let someone else watch the video for you and tell you what happened. And if you have no one in your life to do you this favor, then there must be a corner wherever you are sitting. Just go there, crouch, and cry desperately. But if you have a friend and you can't hear, if you're deaf, then how are you still able to hear what I'm saying? After the waste of time, two British couples who sound so British I thought I was wrong about their nationality. They were sitting at home like normal humans would do when they heard some noises. Must be their 100-years-old neighbor complaining about nonsense. The husband went upstairs to check what could be happening there. And if you're like me, you must be feeling for the man. He has to go alone to face the danger, while his wife is down there planning her future in case he gets rocked to the afterlife. Turned out they had a son. She must have been hiding something from him.
Mary? I mean you no harm. We know you're in there. We've seen you. Where are you, Mary?
Oh my God.
Mary?
I saw that. Did you see it?
Mary? Mary? Are you still in there, Mary? You can come out now. My name's Thomas. Hello.
What annoys me the most is the fact he didn't go there to show us what's behind the scene. Like if this was off camera, as your wife, I would understand your reaction, but I'm taking the kids and leaving you, 'cause you proved you have no balls. But in public, everyone will do as your wife did. When someone tells you about sleepwalking, you would expect someone just getting up out of bed, standing like a drunk person, then falling down again. The last time I was sleepwalking, I have invented an autonomous car and was able to become the richest man alive for an hour. I broke the internet. But then I woke up and realized I was dreaming of me achieving all that while sleepwalking. But let me show you a prime example of what some people could do when sleepwalking. And don't get jealous, some people just have advantages. This is a lady living with her housemate. What a dramatic story. But here's the real dramatic part. While she was knocked out cold, some activity started taking place. Some para-staged activity. A door shaking, the blanket getting pulled. And these were only signs of what could be the most impressive sleepwalking footage you will ever see. She gets up, just like us on any normal given day. Then she does a little dance. She walks down the stairs towards the most empty living room I have ever seen. And let's just ignore the fact that she had to grab the handrail while going downstairs. How awake was that? After she was about to burn the house down, she ends up in her housemate's room. If you want part 4, I can't inform you on where you should go, 'cause I couldn't find it. But based on where she ended up, and since I have read the word housemate as husband, accidentally, I can only imagine it went rated R. So you may find it on the other side of the internet. This next one is a long-ass video that might just send you into the dream realm. So grab a very hot cup of coffee and throw it on the closest person to you. Let them know how hot hell could be. This video is said to be the most famous possessing video in Portugal back in 2001. And I'm not saying anything else. But all I'm saying, the only thing that was very well known back in 2001 was the 9 double-digit boom. It turned out there was a more important incident taking place somewhere else in the world. A group of teens were all in the house by themselves alone, such brave souls. It starts like any old teens tape. Fooling around, all wearing shorts, buzz haircuts, and playing some PlayStation 1. I'm about to tear up. That day they decided to make a demonic ritual session. How and why are questions I don't dare to ask. So here is how it went down. At first, you may think that the guy who fell was the beginning of the tragedy. Unfortunately, he was acting, but you know what? His acting was way more convincing than the actual quote-unquote real possessing. So after the incident finally took place and our friend Cristiano Ronaldo fell on his face, we get to the real shit, the plot of this pointless story. He starts acting like a Karen in a random mall when she sees a normal black dude minding his own business, and she starts choking and screaming. The man even tried to rape a cat. Like they already dealt with enough headaches with other cats. And yeah, it's just a crazy guy.
O que é isto? Dá aí umas voltinhas. É pô. Está aí o gato. E ainda está um troféu do caraças.
Você já sabe como é que é, né?
Aí uma estrela do ninja, mano. Os ninjas andam aí outra vez.
Eles andam aí. Vai.
Olha, vamos ao meu quarto, vamos ao meu quarto. Olha, vou desligar isto, pronto. Vá, fiquem bem e não fiquem possuídos antes do tempo, hein? Tchau.
Não podemos dizer isso, hein?
Vá, tchau.
Olá. Olá.
Tantos meninos.
Isto aqui é uma beca, uma sessão externa, um gajo está aqui no meio.
Olha, ouçam, agora tem que se concentrar e tipo, tem que pensar, chamar alguém de bom, porque tipo, é chato ver alguém de mau, que eu já vi uma cena um bocado chata.
Vai, está-se fixe, opa.
Pronto, já, a sério, vá, fecha os olhos. Ah, é verdade, se o Nelson, por exemplo, não cair, tentem não largar as mãos.
Força. Se eu cair.
Vá, a sério, concentra.
Vai, está-se fixe.
Se isto demorar muito tempo, eu desligo, que isto eu já vi cenas a demorar bem tempo antes da primeira.
Não sei.
Vou focar o Nelson. Ih, foi rápido ou quê?
Não larga.
Não está a usar, caralho.
Não está a usar?
André, não larga.
Chegou, pá, sério, eu também houve uma vez que pensava que estava... Não, isto é bué da... Fogo, nunca é tão rápido normalmente.
Não falar sério, rapaz.
Não largamos.
Oh, pá, sério, calma-se, a sério, não larguem mesmo, não larguem. Porque é um bocado... Não deixa isso, não sei. Nelson! Estás aí, Nelson? Oh, Nelson, está aí alguém?
Nelson!
Olha, grande merda! Oh, meu, sério. Então, ai o caraças, ó destino. Destino.
Nem os conseguiu, nem os
Merda, não largue, ó pá, sério, não
Olha os
largue.
conseguiu, olha os conseguiu.
Espera
aí, André. Espera aí, olha aí.
Pois é, ficar já com o Nelson.
Opa, calma-se. Destino, opa, não brinques tu também, meu.
Queres ficar já com o Nelson?
Mas eu, meu filho.
Destino,
Ainda mais gajo não sabe.
opa, calma-se mesmo, assim. Destino.
Destino.
Mas,
Já, pá, isto mete
opa, não, é no momento só...
outra. Mete um gozo do caralho.
Destino.
Destino. Céu. Olha aí. Céu.
Olha a carpete, depois eu...
Pá, assim, não olha a carpete, pá, vais deixar... Destino.
Não, vou também não tocar.
Opa, calma-se, fosca-se. E o que é esta merda?
Céu. Olha aí. Espíritos prontos.
Celestino.
Demônios, dominei.
Ó, Celestino, caralho, foda-se.
Céu. Chama o ti. O gajo também está... Céu.
Opa, não lhe toque, caraças, diz...
Oh, meu Deus.
Olha as costas dele, meu! Olha as costas dele! Oh, meu, fosca-se! Merda, fosca-se! Onde é que ele foi, caraças? Merda, a sério, fosca-se! Esperem aí, esperem! Merda.
Homem, fecha a porta.
Merda, o que é isso, caralho?
Fecha a porta.
Fosca!
Fecha a porta.
Esta merda não tem night vision, meu.
Fecha a porta.
Isto não tem night vision. Fosca, olha aí, Nelson. Fosca, segura esta... Ó, Celestino, tu estás a brincar, é uma merda, hã? Não estás a gozar. Celestino, Fosca-se. Caraças. Opa, sério, onde é que é o night vision? Mostra-me lá. Opa, o que... Opa, merda, onde é que veio o caraças? Opa, calma, a sério, tenham calma. Opa, calma, calma. O que é?
Vai negócios, pai!
Oh, caralho, o que é que... Merda. Merda. O que é que eu vou fazer com o gato? Merda. Merda.
Céu, és tu?
Não falem, não falem, caraças. Fiquem todos quietos. Fiquem todos quietos, caraças. Fiquem todos quietos. É mesmo o meu irmão. O que é que ele faz? O que é que ele faz? Mesmo, deixa-me filmar a cara dele. Calmem-se. Deixa-me ver bem a cara dele. Não se mexam. Opa, merda. É o mesmo o meu irmão. É o meu irmão, foda-se, caraças. E o que é que ele está a fazer? Não, ia sério. É para o que é que a gente faz? É para não sei. Basta vir para aqui. Não faço barulho. Está ainda. Ah, não lembro-se. Havia uns na rua. Havia, não havia? Havia. E acho que a luz estava acesa. Olha, agora vem saiu. Espera aí, o que é isto? Merda. O que é que se passa, caralho? O que é isto?
Abre isto,
Oh, meu, pois. Opa, merda, vamos embora. Fosca-se! Vamos para a marquise e vamos fechar as portas todas. Podes. Olha, fosca! O que é isto, fosca-se? Que merda, vamos embora.
4 minutos para.
Opa, bicho, não fazes barulho. Bicho, eu estou a ouvir. Merda. Espera aí. Olha. O que é esta merda?
Vês?
Oh, meu, a sério.
Aí, mano.
Espera aí, bicho. Espera aí, eu tenho que ver se a janela... Se a porta está aberta. Se a porta... Vamos por aqui. Epá, ainda estou a ver bem o chão.
Não vejo nada.
Acenda uma luz depois.
Quando é que...
Olha, olha, meu irmão, fosca-te! Vamos embora, por aí, em frente. Oh, merda, fosca-se. Merda, pá, vamos...
I wonder what was the purpose of all this shenanigans. And it's obviously not a college project. These guys are too young to even be in college. The oldest one is the size of my leg, and there was no social media back then. Not so long ago, I have found this next video and I fell in love. I have a weird case where I get attracted to certain types of videos. I guess doing this channel for over 2 years has had some negative side effects on me. And yeah, I have been making videos on this channel for 2 years, so I'm getting old. So what about the video? It's a long 5'7" tall, thick, slim video. Something we can't find in most girls nowadays. Some guy who I guess is working on the construction of this house. He said he is here for the 3rd remodel. So we may assume the owners are obsessed with remodeling. Now that's not the creepy part of it. The creepy part is that I sometimes forget which hand I used to wipe my ass. And that there is a girl crying somewhere in the basement.
Estoy aquí en la casa de remodelación. Acabo de rellenar, hicimos este shower y esto. Desde hace rato vengo escuchando un llanto como de niño. Pero el pedo es de que aquí en la casa esta, pues, no hay, están todos los cuartos vacíos. Y me da miedo ir al basement, pero deja checar, porque allá afuera no hay nada. Hola. A ver. No hay nada. Güey, no mames. No mames.
I wish we could see the end of this, but the original source, the original source is not available. But I have an assumption for you. The 21st century will be the Indian century. That's what Jeff Bezos had to say at one of his live events. He just used the word predict instead of assume. But seriously though, due to the amount of remodels that have been done on the place, it could be that in one of them, the family forgot about their daughter, that she got trapped somewhere inside the construction. If you don't want to be trapped, subscribe. The channel will protect you in that regard.